tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. About 1 month ago, Mizani Africa released its Meru poll finding on the popularity of presidential candidates in this year's presidential election. And these were the results. Presidential seats, Meru County, William Ruto, 54.5%. Raila Odinga, 38.2%. Kalonzo Musyoka, 4.7%. Others, 2.6%. From that opinion poll that was released about 1 month ago, you can see William Ruto is still on the lead. But Raila Molo Odinga is narrowing the gap. Because some months earlier, before that poll, William Ruto's popularity in Meru stood in the high of 70s and 80s. And Raila's popularity stood below 10%. And in just a span of few months, you can see Raila's popularity has come from a low of less than 10% to a high of 38.2%. While William Ruto's popularity has come from a high of 80s and 70s to a low of 54.5%. That's an indication that William Ruto's popularity in Meru is fast declining and declining very, very fast. While Raila's popularity in Meru is fast rising and rising very, very fast. Yes. And if only you can project this to the remaining about 6 months, then you can easily see that Raila Molo Odinga will easily beat William Ruto in Meru County. And I won't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, that by August this year's election, Meru will not be a battleground, but actually will be Azimio stronghold. And already there are some signs that are showing that as time goes by, Meru most likely is going to be an Azimio stronghold. Yesterday, Meru Senator Mithika Linturi was in Meru for some campaigns. He went there to sell his hustler narrative. And as he was campaigning there, the good people of Meru started shouting Azimio. And actually, Mithika Linturi was not even able to proceed by addressing those people because it was very clear that a majority of those residents were in Azimio. So in this video, I want us to have a look at that short clip, after which, as usual, we are just going to explain exactly what it means politically and specifically for Meru politics, just 6 months to the election. Have a look at this video. That's Mithika Linturi yesterday in Meru. And from that short clip, it's very clear Mithika Linturi is finding the going very rough in Meru. He cannot be able to successfully sell his hustler narrative to those people. And it's just, those residents are just telling him, Azimio, what does that mean politically? That's a clear indication that as we head towards August election, Meru is not going to be a battleground. But Meru most likely is going to be Azimio stronghold. And that's largely what I've been saying in this forum. Our politics largely is still based on ethnic persuasion. Meru County, they still see Uhuru Kenyatta as their ethnic kingpin. And that can explain why the ground is slowly becoming hostile to Tanga Tanga and William Ruto foot soldiers. The ground is embracing Uhuru Kenyatta. And in this case, Uhuru's candidate is Raila Molo Odinga. So it's very clear and most likely that as we head towards August, Raila Molo Odinga will easily win the Meru vote. And some months ago, when Raila was actually climbing the mountain, He started his successful climb from Laikipia County. And I was of an opinion that the best route Raila ought to have used was Mount Kenya East, Meru, Embus, and the Tharaka-Nithis. But all the same, the desired results are almost the same. In this case, it's very clear that most likely Raila will win the Meru vote. And also, if you look at Meru leaders, we have two senior personalities in Meru. We have Peter Munya, and then we have Meru Governor, Kiraitu Murungi. Kiraitu Murungi has been flip-flopping. He's showing signs of being in Azimio. The next day is showing signs of warming up to Kenya Kwanza Alliance. So Kiraitu Murungi has been flip-flopping. But if you look at Peter Munya is a very respected Meru leader and a leader who is seen to be a serious grassroots mobilizer. In the last election of 2017, it was widely believed that Peter Munya beat Kiraitu Murungi for Meru gubernatorial seat. But because of the 54% that we saw in Nairobi, Machakos, Meru, and Bomet, it's widely believed that Peter Munya was rigged out of Meru gubernatorial race in favor of Kiraitu Murungi. And in the recent days, Peter Munya has been aggressively campaigning for Raila Amolo Odinga and for Azimio. And that sudden change in Meru towards Azimio can also be attributed to Peter Munya. He's a respected Meru leader, and actually his people in Meru listens to him. And that can explain why we are seeing a sudden shift from Tanga to actually Azimio. That Peter Munya's influence can also be a factor in all that. And then largely if you look at Meru people for so many years, save for our bad ethnic politics, they have been having a soft spot for Raila Amolo Odinga since the times of Jaramogi. In fact, if you look at Meru, I think it was in 2007, Meru County elected a leader, elected an ODM MP, Mpuri Aburi, Tegania East Member of Parliament. At a time, Raila phobia was still very strong in Maryland, but Meru saw it fit to elect an ODM Member of Parliament. So you can see clearly, ladies and gentlemen, that it won't be a big deal for Merus to actually vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. The Raila phobia has always not been very strong in Meru, save for only our bad ethnic politics that has actually been making a good number of Merus to see Raila as a devil. But deep inside them, I strongly believe that Merus, they can easily embrace Raila Amolo Odinga. And from that short clip, it's almost certain or very clear that as August election approaches, we might see Raila Amolo Odinga easily convincing the good people of Meru to actually vote for him. And that is something I'm saying with a lot of confidence. And then having said that, you know, if you look at the constituencies, or at the 9 constituencies in Meru County, if you look at Tigania East and Tigania West, as I talk right now, there is a very strong Raila wave blowing in those constituencies. If you look at Igembe, where Mauka Maore comes from, then there is equally some wave for Raila Amolo Odinga. And then Imenti, where Kiraitu Murungi comes from, still there is some kind of undecided voters there, simply because of also the indecisiveness of Kiraitu Murungi. But all in all, Meru as a county is clearly warming towards Raila Amolo Odinga. And that's a given fact, ladies and gentlemen. Before I conclude, let me remind you that in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. And to those watching us outside Kenya for the very first time, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible again, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans, our subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana.